Hello friends, how are you all? Um, Today I will talk to about of Houston Maritime Attorney, different types of maritime vessels. So let's get started now. There are many different varieties of ships and the different are mostly based upon the types of cargo the ship transports. Knowing the different types of can be really helpful since each ship is unique in itself with quite similarities in between. And in this article, Porto Cargo will provide a brief overview of the foremost types of maritime vessels that are playing the ocean nowadays. Um, Different types of maritime vessels, such as number one, row vessels. There are many different varieties of ships, and the difference are the mostly based upon the types of the cargo the ships transports. Porto Cargo will provide a brief overview of the most types of maritime vessels that are plying the oceans nowadays. Houston Maritime Attorney, that's a internationally freight transport, import and export of goods. Roll on roll of or row vessels uh, come in many forms, including vehicles, ferries, and cargo ships carrying truck trailers. But the major types used for the transport of road vehicles is the car carrier. This left-sided vessels features multiple vehicles decks comprising parking lanes linked by internal ramps with access to the source provided by the one or more loading ramp. Um, Number two, Houston Maritime vessels, drying cargo ships. Uh, Dry cargo vessels were the mainstay of the world's merchant fleet, known as generally cargo vessels. uh, they would be geared. That is one of many types of maritime vessels equipped with their own cargo loading equipment, usually in the form of derricks. Such ship would sometimes operate a regular service between two or more ports as liners, but could also operate in the tramp trade, where vessels would go wherever they were required. Houston Maritime Attorney. Number three, general cargo vessels. And general cargo vessels, although largely replaced by bulk and container carriers. General cargo vessels still operate throughout the world. Um, there are many specialized handling facilities for such cargo, but usually loading and unloading are carried out using cranes and straps for box or slings for bags. Cargo is usually in the form of pellets or bags and is known as break bulk. Um, Number 4, bulk carriers. There are many different varieties of ships, and the differences are mostly based upon the type of cargo the ship transports. Porto cargo will provided the a brief overview of the foremost type of maritime vessels that are flying the oceans nowadays. Internationally, uh, internationally, freight transport, import, and export of goods. International trade agreement, exporting local products, importing local products. For dry cargoes with a high weight to cost of ratio, such as coal, grain, and or economies of scale have produced the modern bulk carrier. These usually large vessels are in the divided up into several separated holds covered by heads. One of the many different types of maritime vessels. On this one, cargo will usually be unloaded into hoppers and will then be transferred by conveyor to sailors or open storage. Smaller vessels may discharge directly into road vehicles. Houston Maritime Attorney. Number 5, referred vessels. Referred vessels are ships designed to carry a refrigerated cargo, usually to comprising perishable goods such as fruit or meat. Cargo is stored in holds which are then sealed and temperature controlled. Nowadays, traditional reefer vessels have been largely replaced by the use of reefer containers, which may be carried on board container vessels. Uh, Keep learning all about the different types of maritime vessels. Houston Maritime Attorney. Now I will discuss on to number 6, container vessels. Container vessels. There are many different varieties of ships, and the difference are mostly based upon the type of cargo the ship transports. Port cargo will provide a brief overview of the for most types of maritime vessels that are flying on the oceans nowadays. Internationally, freight transport import and export of goods, uh, international trade agreement, exporting local product, importing local products. Container vessels have become the um, main way of transporting manufactured goods around the world. A container can be transferred between truck, train, and ship relatively easily and is a standard size of, to simplify transportation. Containers can accommodate anything from foodstuff to electrical equipment to automobiles. Containers are also used to transport baked and pelletized goods, liquids, and refrigerated cargo. Container vessels are used predominantly on liner router and are some of the biggest vessel afloat. Houston Maritime Attorney. Number 7, liquid cargo ships. These vessels collectively known as tankers carry a range of liquid cargoes. Tankers were first developed in the mid um, 19th century when the use of iron allowed liquids to be carried in bulk economically and without leakage. Like the case of the bulk carrier economies of scale have driven up the size of tankers and today the largest example have a carrying capacity for or duet of over 400,000 tons. Number 8, uh, crude carriers. Carriers. And there are many different varieties of ships, and the difference are mostly based upon the types of the ship's transports, port to cargo. Will provide a brief overview of the world for most types of maritime vessels that are flying the oceans nowadays. Houston Maritime Attorney, international freight transport, import and exports of goods, international trade agreement, exporting local goods, local product, importing local products, exporting local products. The largest ship afloat are the very large crude carriers and the ultra large crude carriers. These types of maritime vessels are designed to load crude oil and transport it to refineries around the world, where it can be processed into petroleum products. The largest crude carriers often load and unload at offshore um, bureaus and terminals as they are too large to enter the most ports. Houston Maritime Attorney. Number 9, product carriers. Product carriers vessels which are generally smaller than crude carriers. transport the refined product from larger terminals to smaller ports around the world. Products carried can include it to petroleum, jet fuel, diesel, asphalt, lubricating oil, and tar. Uh, small smaller tankers are also used to transport non-petroleum bulk liquids or such as uh, such as molasses and palm oil. Number 10, chemical carriers. Chemical carriers ships usually have date weighted of 5,000 to 40,000 tons, and often have a specialized cargo system as suited to the type of cargo carried. These systems can include heating or cooling apartments and advanced cleaning systems to ensure the purity of cargo is maintained when loaded into a tank that may be previously carried something different. Number 11, liquefied gas carriers. There are many different varieties of ships, and difference are mostly based upon the types of cargo ships transport. Porto Cargo will provide a brief overview of the foremost types of maritime vessels uh, that are flying the ocean nowadays. International freight transport, import and export goods, international trade agreement, exporting local products, importing local products, Houston Maritime Attorney. Another one among the different types of maritime vessels, liquefied gas carriers, ships began as converted oil tankers, uh, but have evolved into a highly specialized purpose built vessels designed to carry liquefied petroleum gas or liquefied natural gas. Under pressure, the cargo tanks are generally uh, spherical or for strength. LNG carriers are usually larger than this carrier LPG. The largest LNG carriers are the Q-Flex vessels with a gas capacity of up to 266,000 cubic meters. Now we'll discussion to about specialized cargos. Specialized cargos. Most types of cargos could be considered specialized cargos due to the specific loading, unloading, or storage arrangements required. But many such cargos are however moved with such regularity, and is the term specialized takes on a new meaning. Number 13, passenger vessels. Passenger vessels. There are many different varieties of ships. We can know it. Ships and the difference are mostly based upon the types of cargo ships transports. For to cargo will provide a brief overview of the world for most types of maritime vessels that are flying the ocean nowadays. International freight and transport, import and export of goods, international trade agreement, exporting local products, importing local products. Passengers vessels category includes everything from 10-person food ferries up to cruise ships, ships able to carry over 6,000 passengers. Nowadays, cruise passengers demand and expect a wide range of facilities, including casinos, gymnasiums, shops, theaters, cinemas, pools, restaurants, and bars. Houston Maritime Attorney is its passengers vessels. Number 14, tax. Modern tax vessels are highly many with pulling power, sometimes in excess of 100 tons. Although harbor trucks are generally much less powerful, these kinds of ship is also used to assist the most many variable vessels during periods of wet weather or when carrying dangerous or polluting cargoes. Last number 15, livestock carriers. Livestock carriers. Livestock carriers are often converted from other type of maritime vessels and are equipped with pens or large number of animals. The main consideration during the transfer of livestock are adequate ventilation, food and water, but also the ability of the reception facilities at the destination port to the handle the cargo. Heavy lift project cargo vessels. These mostly purposed built vessels specialized in the transport of extremely heavy or bulky objects such as other ships and large industrial components. Some heavy lift vessels are equipped with high capacity cranes to let at ports without a heavy lift capability.